Is the Bible reliable or is it not? Well, I can promise you, I could never prove to you that the Bible's a word of God. So I'm not going to waste my time trying or your time listening. Instead, the evidence is that the New Testament Gospels are historically reliable. Why? Because I have tests, and I would encourage you to have tests, and I'd encourage you to teach your children to have tests to determine historical reliability. My 4 tests are internal consistency. Are there contradictions within the text that point to massive confusion? Secondly, what's the literary style? Jack and Jill went up a hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. That's mythology. Sweet fairy tale. No, that is not the literary style of the Gospels. The literary style of the Gospels are, at this time in this place, with these people around, Jesus said this and he did that. It reads like the New York Times, the LA Times. Third test, archaeology. Are we talking about the island of Atlantis out in the ocean that none of us can verify? No. We're talking about Bethlehem, Nazareth, Jerusalem, Rome. Did Jesus float a boat on the Sea of Atlantis? No. Sea of Galilee. Archaeologically verifiable places. And then 4th test, come on, man. Those New Testament Gospels are almost 2,000 years old. What gives you any degree of certainty that you really have what those dudes wrote? Well, it's real simple. The New Testament that we have in English today is based on over 5,800 Greek manuscripts or pieces of manuscript found from the 2nd through the 11th century around the known world of that day, which was the Mediterranean, Rome down around to Alexandria, Egypt, all agreeing to an infinitesimal degree. And if we didn't have all those manuscripts, we have 38,289 quotes from the early church fathers who were quoting the New Testament between the 2nd and 4th century AD. There are only 11 verses in the New Testament that are not quoted by the early church fathers between the 2nd and 4th century AD. So we could put the whole New Testament together just based on their quotes. We have a very reliable New Testament. You can read it and ask yourself, does the evidence of his life, teachings, death, and resurrection point to his credibility or not?